Hello, everyone, fellow Capricorns. It's time for your Taroscopes. This is the Taroscopes for the month of August 2024. This is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, Capricorn. Yes, so your ruling planet, Saturn, is in Pisces, as you know. It is now retrograde and is moving back from, it moved all the way up to 20 degrees of Pisces and now is starting to recede back. I think it only goes back to 14 or 15 degrees on Pisces before it turns back and moves forward. It will be, it's been in Pisces all year. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, really brings things to a conclusion. So, and of course, you've had Pluto in your sign since 2008. And so there's been a lot of disruption and a lot of, things, falling and transforming. And I feel like this Saturn and Pisces sort of sweeps in a way and starts to remove the rubble. Now, Pluto at this point is in Aquarius and is retrograde and moving back towards your sign. It will be in your sign from September 1st until November 20th. It's in the last degree of your sign. And then it moves out and doesn't come back for another 230 years, 30 something years. So maybe if you come back in 230 years as a Capricorn, you'll have to do it again, but it is almost over, Capricorns, almost over. And it's going to feel good. This is really sort of the last sweep out for you guys. So keep the faith. Keep the faith. I know it hasn't been easy. So as far as astrological, the sun in Leo for you, Capricorn, is your house of your eighth house, taxes, things like that, other people's money. So there's an opportunity for people to invest in you financially. It's also an opportunity where the sun moving through the house of taxes and like your books and stuff may be a good time to check the books, make sure that everything, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and the like. So that's helpful. And then it goes into Virgo, which is a little bit more comfortable for you, where it's in the ninth house. And then you're sort of moving in the direction of understanding and justice and what is true and what isn't true. So there is that energy as well. So that'll feel better, I think, than when the sun is in Leo. And the sun moves out of Leo and into Virgo on the 22nd, I think it is, of August. So just do your due diligence. What can you do? All right, so we're going to use the Druidcraft Tarot for this reading, and then I'm going to pull a Mystic Sister Oracle. These cards are really big and it's very sticky right now. It's very hot as I'm doing this. We're in the middle of a heat wave. And today's supposed to be the hottest day of all the days. So I'm trying to get this done before it gets too crazy and too hot. It's getting hot in here. It is. As many of you know, I live in sort of an old antique house, and we don't usually use air conditioning. We don't usually need it in this part of Massachusetts. We're close to the coast, but we do have like 2 weeks usually. And with climate change, it's probably gone up to a month of really, really hot, muggy weather. So this happens to be one of those weeks. Oops. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, we have the devil. The devil. In this deck, it's called Chrononos. This is the Lord of the Forest. This is that sexual energy that we have here. And it's not necessarily an evil energy in this deck. It's really sort of the energy of the earth, the sort of masculine energy of the earth. In other decks, the devil is about choice. Are you choosing between the light and the dark, right? So there's a sensuality that you're feeling. There's a power of the body that you're feeling right now. Not necessarily bad news, just what it is. Let's see what's challenging that for you. It can also be power over the physical environment. Illusion and delusion. You're deluding yourself in some way. You're trying to make choices, but if you notice in this deck, this is sort of like Narcissus looking at his own image, but he's looking at cups. The cups are kind of imaginary. So there's this sense of trying to find, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to find a sense of, it's hard to even say what it is because that's the nature of the card. You're trying to pick the best choice, but all the choices are illusionary. If you're choosing to be a captain, if you're choosing to be in charge of this earthly realm, I'm going to be a captain of industry, which you can be a captain of industry. There's nothing necessarily evil in that unless you do it by closing your eyes to the light. And so what we're seeing here is perhaps you're coming to understand that the earthly things are there, but all the earthly things actually originate in the light. It's not separate. The light and the dark are not separate. It's a balance between those. And you can utilize the light to create things on this plane, but you have to be aware of the light to start with. Am I making any sense? I'm not sure. You've been defending your position. You've been defending yourself, but you're tired. There's this sense of the weary soldier here. Although you still protect what is yours. You've had in the past a tempering energy, a balancing of energy and a healing. So you have had a healing. There has been a healing in the past. In the sky, the Six of Cups, this can be a remembrance of childhood. This can be, it's also a protective of your children energy. This is a children card, the Six of Cups. So there's a remembrance. Let's see what else comes up. The immediate future. Okay, Ten of Swords. Something's coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Let's see. Let's get a little. And that's happening this month. So there's something that's ending. And there's no going back with that. Okay. How it's seen from the outside. Perhaps you're in need of some tea and empathy, some compassion. So if well, you're the Capricorn, but if you know a Capricorn that needs help, that needs tea and empathy, I would say give it to them. But this is also a part of how people see you in a way, and they see you as somebody who has a talent for knowing what is coming, a psychic premonition, perhaps. Let's see your domestic situation. Yeah, something's going to be revealed. The High Priestess, a very powerful card, especially if you're a woman. But this is opening up to spirit and things are going to be revealed. So perhaps things that you weren't aware of are going to be revealed this month. And perhaps that's what this Ten of Swords is about. Somebody could just be leaving your life completely in this one. All right, let's see. Hopes and fears. You want to continue to be the queen of your domain or the sustainer of your spirit. That's okay. Who doesn't want that? And in the end, we have the Ten of Cups. So there is happiness coming. Happiness coming despite, but it is both these are 10 cards, right? So it is the end of something. Let's continue. I'm going to pick 3 more to see if I can get a major arcana. The 6 of Pentacles, that's a fair distribution of resources. The Moon, some upsetment, some emotional upsetment. Somebody somebody who you've been able, well, this kind of looks like somebody maybe passing on, and that creates, as one generation moves out, another generation comes in, and then all the issues that that generation has with the generation leaving or the people in their own generation, family stuff is always fraught, comes up at this time, right? That's really kind of what it's, and people will be compensated, people will get what they deserve, people will find happiness, there'll be a remembrance of things, but there's also some of the underlying stuff, some of the secrets come up and create some emotional upsetment. The root of it is abuse of power. 4 of Pentacles, somebody hiding some resources, and then judgment and rebirth. So when I say that that Pluto through that last degree of Capricorn, if there's anything left in those karmic closets, it's starting to get cleaned out. And that's what this looks like. So honestly, this looks like perhaps somebody, an elder in the family is leaving, and it creates a lot of upheaval in the family as that happens. That happens with every family, but eventually it sort of, this is this card, the Judgment card, is always about the inevitable. The inevitable is happening now. An end is here. And yet there's much joy and also a little bit of really challenging emotions. So be prepared for that. Just be prepared for that. All right, let me pull a Mystic Sister Oracle card to see if we can get some help from the Mystic Sisters. All right, Mystic Sisters, what advice do you have for our Capricorns out there? Seems to be a challenging month for them. What does Capricorn need to keep in mind, keep in heart, keep in spirit? Okay. Gaia, the earth herself, the mother goddess, as it were. All right, I will read it from the book. Whoops, goodness gracious. Peace, tranquility, and serenity. Well, it sounds like you could use a good dose of this, doesn't it? Gaia is the ancestral mother of all life. She symbolizes abundance, providence, gratitude for nature, promises, and the earth. She is so powerful that she can take all of your worries, pains, and sorrows. She is so sacred that any promise made while touching her soil is irrevocable. Drawing this card calls you to reconnect with the great green mother. Step out of your chaos and regain your center. Spending time in the elements helps to find true inner peace. Meditate, relax in a body of water, set out for a hike, or sit beside a fire. Let each moment in nature unravel the knots in your heart and mind. So your safe space will be in the arms of the Mother Earth. And so revel in her beauty, revel in her comfort, allow yourself the gifts and the abundance that she brings you. You want to get out of your head, right? Get into your heart Ten of Cups. And revel in all the blessings that you have. Even though this month may feel like that's not exactly what has happened, ultimately that is it. It is time for something to end and something new to begin. And Guy is here to help you through it. All right, that's the story. Have yourself a Gaia-filled month. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to necessarily be an easy month, but ultimately you will understand why it had to happen all the way it did. And the earth is here to support you. So enjoy the support of Mother Earth. Take care, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Love each other. Namaste.